Hello everyone, welcome back to True Oracle Tarot. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if you feel connected to this reading. This reading is for Pisces, November 2025. Or if you know anyone who may need to hear this message, please share it. Also, it helps the algorithm push out the video to reach others who may need to hear this reading. Thank you. So Pisces, I'm going to do your reading in 3 parts. First one is general outlook or general overview. Then we'll do finances, and then love and relationships. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay. First card is the King of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. The Sun, the happiest card on deck. Page of Cups. Three of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. That's a really good card. And the Ten of Wands. So here you are. You start your journey this month with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a generous person. This could be you or your person. It's a secure person, an older person, could be yourself or someone, or your person, someone your age or older than you. Also, the King of Pentacles influences matters of finances, security, and loyalty. They are grounded and disciplined and have an ability to manage their resources efficiently. I don't know if that's you. Could be your person also, although I believe it's your person. And then you have the Knight of Swords here, which is a younger individual. And they are loyal and dependable, has much to offer, and is also a protector, as you can see. Right? The knight is always ready to charge into a battle. But is slow to express their feelings. Okay? Could be a fire or air sign, Pisces. They are also unpredictable and emotional. Okay? This can also be you or your person. Represent you or your person. Remember, this is a general read. If you're dealing with a knight, and you know, this Knight of Swords, remember it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. Okay, you might have some emotional conflicts when it comes to the romantic side of things, and in finances, because they act before they think, right? So when it comes to money, they might just be spending wildly. It's also telling you to take swift action on an issue that you may be dealing with presently. However, think before you leap. Cut through and to cut through the confusion and produce some clarity in a situation. But not all is negative. There is you do have the Sun. This is a conflict, some type of conflict between two people. Could be you have more than one connection also that you are involved in. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck, and it depicts joy, success, and positivity for you, Pisces. You know, it also signifies a time of happiness and achievement, as well as fulfillment of one's desires. Things will go well for you once if you maintain communication. Okay, maintain a line of communication. You'll experience a time of growth and recovery here. Okay, is what the Sun is saying. And the Page of Cups brings in communication. So a communication card. So it's bringing in, telling you there's communication coming and opportunities for growth. If you are beginning you're beginning a new journey or a new project, new job perhaps, or becoming a parent even, perhaps even a marriage or some type of union, you know, or even becoming single again. Okay, it's the beginning of a new journey. Also, you know, the page is new experiences and new ideas for you. You know, and you'll be celebrating, because here's the Three of Cups, right? You're entering the Three of Cups, so there's a time for celebration. Celebrating your achievements with your friends and your family. You know, the Three of Cups is about festivities, friendship, emotional fulfillment. It's also about harmony with your surroundings and strengthening your bonds. Okay, it could be in a relationship, business partnership, or a mentor, even family. And here you are entering your ten of Pentacles, which is the abundance card, right? The Ten of Pentacles is telling you, is saying you are entering a time of abundance. The card represents a long-term achievement, a long-term, you're entering a time of abundance. This card also represents long-term success, whatever you're doing in your career, you know, what you have, where your passion is. You're entering a long-term streak of success. You'll be, you know, reaping rewards of your hard work, and you'll be secure. You'll feel secure and successful in the future. Remember to give thanks to the universe, okay, Pisces, by giving back to less fortunate. Doesn't have to be monetary. It could be time, even some food. And here you are with the Ten of Wands, okay? This card is advising you, is telling you to be responsible. Success comes with responsibilities and potential burdens. It's just reminding you to remain balanced, okay? Remain balanced and realistic. So that is your general reading, Pisces. We're moving on to finances now. Okay, so here we are. Okay, shuffling the cards, and I'm gonna pull 7 cards for finances also. Here you are with the King of Swords is your first card. You have the 5 of Swords. That's card number 2. The 8 of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands. Oh, shucks. The Page of Swords. And the 9 of Swords. So We'll start with the Knight of Swords. You know, this card is advising you to to think, take some time to clear your head. Clear, rational decision making is needed in with your finances, okay? And when making decisions, you must don't jump into anything. It might sound great, but it may not end up being great. Just, you know, dot your I's, cross your T's, check your, if you're going into business with someone or starting something new that requires a contract, read the fine print. Use an analytical approach to your financial affairs, and be prepared to make difficult decisions. Okay, sometimes you may just need to cut your losses, but you have to know when to do it. If you're second guessing yourself or having problems making fast strategic decisions, reach out to a mentor or advisor. Okay, but do it fast. Don't wait. Don't drag your feet. You know, you need someone who can guide you through your financial situations. You know, someone who's experienced, who's been through your situation before. Because if you don't, you may experience losses. Okay, so this is what the five of swords is saying. If you don't act, you know, if you procrastinate, you can realize some significant financial losses. You may have disputes or setbacks. You may encounter a situation where you need to defend your financial interests, you know, make moves to protect your wealth, okay? However that might be materialize in your life. And once you do that, you'll move into Eight of Pentacles here, which is you're on the right path. You're on the path to mastering your financial affairs. Okay, you're skilled and disciplined. You'll be focusing on developing your skills and knowledge also. Excuse me. To improve your financial situation. So you might be skilling up, you might be learning more about trading and so on, but you'll be working towards you know, some type of knowledge that would increase your wealth. And moving into the Five of Wands energy, remember, these cards is a journey. This may or may not be your life, but it may not resonate with you right away, but for some people it may. Take what works for you and leave what doesn't. So you're entering into the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is saying, don't sleep on your competition. If you're going into business, don't sleep on your competition. You have fierce competition out there. You'll need to be assertive and proactive in your business affairs, okay? You'll be facing challenges with competitors and co-workers if you're, you know, not a business owner and you're working with in a workplace, in a work environment. And then you enter into the Page of Swords energy. You know, the Page of Swords is a warning, basically. Okay? You may have a moment of carelessness and confusion. So if you're confused, take a step back, keep your guard up, and be ready to take quick action when needed. You know, try to avoid procrastination, Pisces. Your next card is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, which is linked to anxiety or worry. So you have good cards, okay? But it's just telling you, this message is telling you, look, you know, just because you have abundance, it doesn't mean that, you know, you're exempt from crap. Once you're living amongst other people and people do things that affects other people. So just be careful when if you're in business, you're going to have competition. You need to guard your your Nine of Pentacles. You need to guard your money, right? I would try to keep any financial windfalls that you may have, or keep things to yourself. It's always the best. The less people know how much money you have is better for you. Okay, the Nine of Swords addresses overspending and splurging also. Okay, you'll enter into a time of financial stress and anxiety if you don't manage your finances correctly, if you don't put some aside for later, for the future, because you tend to overspend, or make careless purchases, right? This reading is just an insight into the future. It grants you the opportunity to address and fix things that could lead to pain and stress for you. Okay? Okay, that is your financial reading. Pisces, we're going to go into love and relationship. This card's always resistant to shuffling. You have the Two of Wands. Oh, the Three of Wands. This is the Two of Wands. So you have the Three and the Two of Wands. The Ten of Wands. It's a lot of wands. The Nine of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. I shuffle these decks between readings very, very well. So it's kind of, I've never seen so much wands in a reading before. But let's get with it. So Pisces, there's some challenges here, decisions and personal growth, and with these cards that you have here. So the Three of Wands, you'll be contemplating your next move. You're exploring your options. This addresses people already in a long-term relationship, or people who are single. Okay, don't be afraid to move forward. Make the decisions that you need to be made, but at the same time, do it take the path of least resistance possible that will produce the outcome that you're looking for. You don't want to create any negative karma for yourself. And the Two of Wands is a crossroads card. Okay, you'll have some difficult decisions to make, Pisces. You'll need to choose to fix the issues that you have in your current relationship, in your current connection, or move on to something else that's fresh and new. You might be weighing your pros and cons of the current relationship before considering the new one, but you are dipping your toes in, right? You're getting your toes wet. Trust your instincts and make choices that align with your values and your long-term goals. Okay, don't commit to something that you're unsure of. Be sure before you commit. And then you enter into Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands energy. Despite the Two of Wands, however, you'll feel overwhelmed and burdened because the decisions is weighing hard, right? Sometimes we're in a relationship and we're connected. We kind of grow. People grow, on us and we grow on them, and we kind of comfortable in a situation, and and then we start feeling lazy to take the next step because it's too hard, you know. It's just whatever. Some people just prefer just to deal with the whatever it is that they're going through, the challenges, the pain, the struggles, than to just, you know, move on to the next chapter in their lives or the next thing. So you know, you're feeling overwhelmed and burdened by your decisions. You might have to, you know, you're carrying too much responsibility in your current connection. You feel trapped by your obligations. Perhaps you're, you know, you're just, you know, it's telling you to reassess your commitments and release what's not serving you. Sometimes we just have to make hard decisions. It's up to you, you know, what you do next. But if you don't make the changes, you need to learn to deal with them. Okay? But the advice is to find common ground. Find common ground so you can find some peace. You and your connection can have some peace. Okay? Here's the Five of Pentacles. You may have some financial struggles. You may be facing financial struggles. Perhaps the financial struggles is what's causing the problem, causing the fights, causing the argument, causing the disagreements. It's having an impact on your life, on your love situation. You might be also feeling disconnected and isolated because of it. You know, don't let external problems, external issues you might have in a work or something else impact your relationship, your you know, your overall connection, your love connection. Don't do that, because usually our relationships are escape, right? We leave work, we come home, we have our significant person, we feel happy, we're safe. So don't let any outside influences in. Okay, so this is what the Five of Swords is telling you: to compromise, find common ground, compromise, learn to compromise. You know, when you're in a connection with someone, it's just not about your feelings; it's about the other person's feelings as well. You have to meet 50-50. You have to meet somewhere. Everyone has emotions. Everyone has feelings. People want to be happy, but sometimes it's, you know, you have to understand, it's when you're in a connection with someone or in a relationship, a marriage, whatever it is, it's just not all about you. Okay? So the Five of Swords is telling you to find common ground and compromise, and, you know, with conflicts, to achieve peace and harmony. You know, once you achieve the peace and harmony and come to terms with the issues that need to be fixed, you'll move into the Queen of Wands energy. Okay? The Queen of Wands, you'll start to feel a sense of confidence. You'll start feeling better, a sense of peace, independence, you know, overwhelming, you know, feeling of peace. I mean, when was the last time you felt that? You know, you and your person, your bond between you will become stronger. You'll achieve trust again, right? And balance in your relationship, which is a positive sign for a strong, you know, energetic future, you know, a future full of optimism. Okay, Pisces, that is your reading. Please like, share, comment, you know, and you know, you can send me a message if you want to. If you need clarification or just have a question, feel free. Everyone, thank you again. Have a good day.